Yo, hands on, so I'm never out of touch. Call me Nayles, the odd fellow, to the left is clutch. I progress this much, so I'm fucking up the Maritimes. Hands to yourself, even embarrassed and terrified. Live when it's right now, strike down imposter. See the light with the mic now, moving up the roster. Cause I shift shape, never break, up and up with the great list. I can take hits up your punch.
Today we have a very special guest joining us in the studio, and boy, do we ever have a studio to work out of today. And Nayles is joining us. Nayles, of course, is known in this area primarily as a rapper, as an MC artist, graphic design artist. You're really a creative dude.
DJ, graffiti artist, all that sort of stuff. Yeah.
And you're about to release your brand new CD, your brand new project.
Yes, it's called The Artificial, and it's featuring a couple people from Halifax, J. Bruce, Spesh K, a couple locals actually, my boss, Adam Gould, and his cousin Nick Gould, who sings a couple hooks on a couple songs, and so kind of incorporates a lot of local talent.
Oh, right on. That's kind of an interesting point you make there, because locally out of Moncton, not exactly known as a bastion for hip-hop,
No.
You, if anything, are seen perhaps as one of the original hip-hop artists from this area.
A bit of an ambassador for Moncton, I would say, at least. I mean, Halifax has had a scene for a long time. Moncton, I feel I'm kind of the one breaking the mold here, because there is nothing. Like, I mean, it's starting to grow now, but that's just from us plugging away for years and years to try to get it up to this point, and we're still having a hard time breaking through as an artist, being considered as an artist, where a lot of the stuff is folk music and, you know what I mean, a lot of fiddle music and stuff like that, right? To break in as a music artist is a little hard as a rapper, I find.
Yeah. So is there much of a scene developing or evolving? You know, there are some other names that are kicked around, perhaps more on a provincial level than just Moncton, but is there growth in this genre?
There is, definitely, and it's not from lack of trying, that's for sure. Basically, we've had a couple nights that we put on a little while back. They come and go. But basically the first hip-hop night in Moncton was something I started, and it was at a pub called Goodfellas back in the day. And as you can see in Main Street, that's voided right now. It's the big empty part.
Oh, yes.
Yep. So that kind of blew up.
Literally. Eh?
Literally.
Yeah.
But that was my start here, and I just keep plugging away at it, and keep contacting artists throughout the Maritimes and the UK and the United States and all over the place, just to kind of make that connection, have them down, they have me out, vice versa, try to help each other out.
Yeah. Yeah, you mentioned having links and relationships with other artists, you know, from other parts of the world. It really has become a global music scene now. There's no such thing, I don't think, as much as a local scene. You know, it's give and take.
The internet has obviously changed all that. With, you know, what's local. There's nothing. You can reach the ends of the earth now, and contact a guy in Spain and say, "Hey, do you want to do a track with me?" And then you got a guy from Spain on your album.
Yeah. Rappers are of all the genres out there, rappers are probably the most into working with each other. Do you know what I mean? Like, you'll often see one featuring another.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably more so now. Like, you're more likely to see a collaboration between artists.
That is true. It seems like it's a little easier, depending on, you know, if you do have the proper production backing you, like, as long as you're not, you know, stealing beats off the internet and then just saying, "Hey, you want to be on this track with me," and then releasing it as your own. Well, it's a little different when it comes to that, because that's easy to throw together, it seems.
Yeah.
But if you really are contacting these artists, and if they have any status at all, or larger within the industry, then they're going to basically ask for certain things to be in place, like legalities and stuff like that. So it makes it a little tougher when you get into, okay, who produced the track, who, you know what I mean? Is this, what's this going to be featured on? And you get into a lot of legalities, but rappers basically try to stick together as much as possible. You know, you kind of get that one big feature on your album, and that may shoot it off. You know what I mean? Like that may be your break by collabing with that artist.
Right on. So this new album, The Art Official.
Yes.
And what's the official street date?
It is April 13th.
On April 13th. Yeah. And what are the different ways that people can access this project?
I am going to be putting it online through an online distribution package I have. It'll be like on iTunes, Napster, Amazon, all that sort of stuff. Which you can also get my last album as well on those sites, as well as many others. Mm-hmm. We're also having a release party on April 13th, and that'll be at Bomber's Pub, downtown Moncton. Don't miss it. And we're going to be bringing some of the featured artists down there from the album, so that'll be great. And we're also taking $1 from each CD sale and donating it to the Canadian Cancer Society.
Yeah, that's very cool. And that's the date on that's April 13th.
Yes.
So we have to
Moncton.
Yeah, we have to set that date aside somewhere. What are your hopes for this album as far as distribution, where you'd like to take the music?
I am submitting it to a couple of the, I guess, higher up major labels to see what kind of response I get. And I plan on doing a maritime tour to start, and then from there take the proceeds and hopefully go on a cross Canada tour.
Awesome.
And just keep pumping it out, along with the video that goes along with the single off the album is After All This, and kind of speaks for itself. After all this, you know what I mean?
Like to reap some rewards.
Well, I mean, I just basically would like to see how I see hip hop. It's more of a, I guess, a religion to me in a way, and I'd like to see people see it how I see it.
Yeah, and that's the challenge, isn't it, for yourself and probably a lot of artists, no matter what your genre is, to take that, what you feel, and make it acceptable.
Yeah.
And so that other people get your vibe and all the rest of it.
Nothing happens overnight.
Right on. Well, this is your third album in how many years?
Going on about 10 years now.
Yeah, so you've, I'd say you're ready for the next level, right?
It's
more
time.
than ready, probably.
It's time. This album, I'm super proud of it. It's 19 tracks, and it is mastered by Fathom Studios. My buddy Jesse DeBerkey. Mm-hmm. He mixed and mastered and recorded it, and it's just phenomenal. He did a phenomenal job, and he's also working on the video. Okay. And that's already already shot, not edited.
Right. Why don't you hold up the product? That's what it looks like. It'll be in stores and everywhere, online, you name it, as of April 13th. Nayles.
Get it.
So thanks a lot, Nayles, for your time.
Thank you.
And much success to you. Hope to see you on the road across Canada and who knows, maybe beyond.
Nayles.ca.